you want to radically improve your drawing skill and also your portrait drawings? Well, you've come to the right place, as within this video I'm sharing my top portrait drawing tips to not only improve your portraits but also improve your drawings and also your art as a whole. Stick around until the end, as this video is packed full of tips that you can utilize to improve your drawing game.
Study and draw from life.
Nothing compares to the depth and detail you can capture when you're drawing from life.
Observing a person in real life will help improve your drawing skill much better than drawing from photographs. You can study subtle shifts in lighting, textures, and expressions that photos often flatten or just miss entirely. The dynamic nature of drawing from life sharpens your observation skills and improves your ability to translate three-dimensional forms onto a 2D surface.
Attend untutored and tutored live drawing sessions to help you practice drawing portraits, and let the artists around you inspire you for your own portrait drawings.
If live drawing classes aren't available, draw your family or friends in your sketchbook, which is an excellent way to build your drawing skills.
I'll love to hear from you. What's one common problem or challenge that you've had with drawing your own portraits? Comment to me below with your questions, your thoughts, and also how you got on with drawing your own portraits in the comments section below.
Master facial features individually.
Breaking down and studying each facial feature will help strengthen your overall portrait game.
For example, learn the anatomy of an eye, including the shape of the eyeball, eyelids, and also tear ducts. Understanding these components helps you draw realistic eyes that sit naturally on the face. You can also study the planes of the nose, from the bridge and the nostrils to the sides and also the base, and notice how light interacts with these surfaces as well. The mouth has distinct sections as well, so the upper lip, the lower lip, and the corners, where subtle folds and shadows often add expression.
Mastering these details will make your portraits more cohesive, accurate, and lifelike. Check out this video in the top right to help you draw facial features.
Practice drawing proportions and guidelines.
Good, solid proportions are the backbone of any accurate portrait.
Learn the basics, like the Loomis method. Ensures your features are placed correctly on the face.
For example, the eyes should sit in the center of the head and be one eye width apart from each other.
But it doesn't stop there. Study the structure of the cranium and how it informs the shape and positioning of the face. Use a vertical line to establish symmetry and a horizontal line to determine where features like the eyes, nose, and mouth will sit. These steps will provide a roadmap for your portrait, making the process more intuitive and accurate. Practice drawing exercises.
Drawing exercises can seem irrelevant to portrait drawings, but they build the backbone to improve your artwork and your drawings, which in turn can improve your portrait drawings.
Practice drawing basic shapes like spheres, cubes, and cylinders to help improve your understanding of form and volume, which are crucial for rendering facial features in 3D. Exercises in shape design enhance your ability to simplify complex forms, whilst practicing with negative shape, for example, helps train your eyes to see proportions and relationships more clearly. These foundational skills naturally translate into stronger, more confident portrait artwork.
For more tips and guidance on drawing exercises, check out this video in the top right.
Analyze each portrait you draw.
Take the time to analyze your work.
Scan your drawings, trace around the reference photograph, and overlay it onto your drawing to compare proportions and alignment. This process helps you see what you've done well and what needs improvement. This allows you to notice your mistakes and adjust your approach for future work.
It's a fast and effective way to improve your drawing skills and to be more self-aware as an artist. Position your sketchbook or drawing paper at an angle instead of drawing flat on the desk.
This is particularly helpful when drawing from a photograph or real-life reference, as it allows you to capture proportions and details more effectively.
If you're drawing a portrait in real life or you're drawing a reference photograph, try and keep your drawing pad as close to the object as possible. So it's this least amount of resistance from your drawing pad to the model. A common beginner drawing mistake is drawing too small, which limits your ability to capture the full details and proportions of your subject.
Drawing bigger allows you to focus on more of the overall face and create a more accurate representation.
If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the Portrait Guru for even more videos in the future. It really helps support the channel and keeps you updated with the latest content.
Create thumbnail sketches. Make it a habit to create frequent value studies or thumbnail sketches to break down the portrait into its simplest components.
I recommend you do this at the start of any portrait, as it allows you to experiment with shapes, values, and also the composition before moving on to the final artwork.
These quick, small sketches, which can be done in your sketchbook, help refine the composition and gives you a clearer understanding of the key values and proportions before committing to the final portraits.
I'll admit, I've definitely skipped this step many times and it's a classic mistake. So it's a tip I'm reminding myself of as well.
And then finally, draw upside down. To spot mistakes or errors in your work, turn your drawing and reference photograph upside down. This technique forces you to focus on the shapes and relationships rather than relying on familiar patterns or features, making errors easier to identify.
Drawing upside down tricks your brain into seeing the subject not as a portrait, but as a series of shapes and angles.
This shift in perspective helps you focus on the subject and the structure rather than the familiar features, allowing you to spot mistakes more easily. You'll be surprised just how simple this technique is, which can improve your accuracy and the overall outcome. Taking photographs of your work or holding up to a mirror can provide a fresh perspective and highlight areas that may need adjustment.
With these tips and consistent practice, it will dramatically help improve your own drawing skill and also your portrait drawings. And I highly recommend you checking out this video coming up.